Hi guys, welcome to today's video. My name is Haley Chamorro if you're new here. I upload on Monday and Friday evenings. I don't think I've ever said that before, but that's what I do. Today I'm gonna be doing a what I wish I knew before I came to college. I know that I may not have, the best background or the best quality camera, but this information could be useful to you. So just stick around, take a chance on me and my channel. But before we get into it, I usually say this at the end, but now I'm gonna say it at the beginning because more than half of y'all, like 66%, watch my videos but don't subscribe. It's like, what are you doing? Like, I know you're coming back. So yeah, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. And yeah, that's it. Let's get into the video. Moving to our first item on the list, it's expensive. And I know that you probably heard this from your family members or at some point, but I didn't think that I was gonna go broke in college. I had worked since I was 16 years old and I had been saving up. I had, quite a bit of money in my savings, so I thought, but living on your own is expensive. It's so expensive. And I feel like my rent wasn't even that bad of a price, but just things add up because once you pay your tuition, you're like, okay, great, I'm done. No, you still need books. You still need Scantrons. Scantrons aren't that expensive, but they still, the stuff adds up. And like going to the grocery store, me and Corey, we eat every meal together. So we split groceries and usually our grocery bill is like $100 to like $200, usually around like $150, and that'll last us a week and a half to 2 weeks. So like when we split it, it's, it's not as much, but that's expensive. That's expensive. I mean, at least it is for me. I don't know, everyone else's financial situation, but that is hard on a lot of people and money goes by really fast. If you want to go out and hang with your friends, that costs money. Even if you don't want to go, to the clubs or you just want to have a night in. Well, if you're going to eat ice cream, if you're going to, rent a movie, that costs money. And it's just the little things that add up. You talk to yourself and you're like, oh, well, that's only like $1. But if you're spending that much, like over and over and over again, just telling yourself, oh, it's only $1, like that, it just costs a lot of money. And I didn't think that I was gonna have this issue, but I definitely did. I have been writing down everything that I spend since I came to college and it's a lot of money. So I totally recommend budgeting if you need to do that. And like writing down what you spend every month can also be really helpful because then you can say, okay, well this month I spent $40 on fast food and going out to eat. Next month, I wanna cut that down to 20. So it's just a good way to like limit yourself, watch what you spend your money on and stuff like that. My number 2 thing to tell you is that high school is different than college. And just like, wait, I'm gonna explain it a little bit better. But in high school, I would study the night before. I would make really, really good grades. The finals weren't a big deal. You'd study the night before, you got a review, and that was it. In college, it's not completely like that. I have some pretty hard classes, and I had to find my way to study. Everyone's way of studying is not the same. For me, it's writing notes in class and then going home, probably 3 to 4 days, maybe a week before the test, I go and teach what I learned. I have to verbally speak it out and teach it to my classroom, Corey, and that is how it sticks in my brain. I know that that way is not for everyone. I somehow got lucky and that was the first way that I tried and it's just been working for me really well. But I will say a lot of people drop out freshman year because of this issue. They just don't know how to study. It's not coming easy to them like it did in high school. So make sure that you find your way to study because it will be vital to you and your grades. Do not be scared if you fail your first test because yes, it can be revived and it's completely normal for you to go through that culture shock again from high school to college. So just make sure that you are learning about yourself and what you need to study and learn the material. And after that, you should be fine. The third tip that I have for you guys is to join an organization if you can. I did not have a job my freshman year, so I was able to get involved on campus, but I know that not everyone has a million opportunities to join something, so that's why I'm saying if you can. And if you can, apply to so much. Everyone's like, oh, get involved. Just like,
Get involved. Get involved.
and I'm like, okay, great, I'm gonna get involved. That wasn't a question for me. Like, I knew I was gonna do that, but no one tells you how hard it is to get into organizations when you go to a big school. It's not a piece of cake. It's not like high school when you're competing against maybe 60 other people. You're competing against thousands
And thousands, and also thousands of people.
and they all want the same thing. So it's really important to apply to multiple orgs, because if you get in and it doesn't fit your schedule with this other org that you like better, you can say, hey, I'm not interested anymore. And that's completely fine. Apply for a lot of orgs. I think I applied for 6 and I got into 1. So if that just gives you a glimpse. Again, it's all kind of just like a trial and error thing, I'd say, for college in general, because you just have to, try some things. If you don't like it, that's okay. You're not obligated to stick with that all 4 years or all 5 years, however long you're there. Just try something. If you don't like it, move on. College is all about growth and experience. Okay, I think we're on number 4. So the 4th thing that I have for you is kind of a mix of things I'm going to talk about. I, again, didn't get a job my freshman year. I just wanted to work on my grades and make sure that I could get this whole college thing figured out before I go and use my time on something that's not going to be beneficial to like my mental health and my overall stability. So one thing that I have to say is college is super weird with timing. At least for me, both semesters. I don't know about anyone else, but for me, I'd go 2 weeks where I would have back-to-back test or quiz or something extremely important, and then I'd go 3 weeks without not a single thing to do. I would come home, I wouldn't have homework to do, I wouldn't have reading to do. I would just sit and I'd watch YouTube and I'd watch Netflix, but that's how college kind of works. So during those times, I think it's important for you, yes, to sit in bed and watch YouTube, but also that can get depressing. Hang out with your friends, go work out. I will say I did not work out that much because I do not like working out, but it's all in your diet. And this is where I'm kind of getting like mixed and intertwined, but eating right is so important. You will not feel good in class if you do not eat right. As I've been able to like cook for myself and buy my own groceries, that's been really beneficial for me. I know that's not going to be the case for everyone, but I have been eating so healthy. Of course, I love chips, I love ice cream, and I will splurge on those things, but overall, I feel like I eat pretty healthy, and that's really helped me in college. I listen to my body, I listen to what it needs. I know what I need to eat in the morning to keep myself full until after class. I know what I need to eat for dinner to make sure that my body gets its protein and its fiber and all of the things that it needs. It's a whole new level of thinking and getting in tune with yourself, but it's very important, and if you can find that way in college, especially your first year, that'll be really great and beneficial for you, because you and yourself, that needs to be your number one priority over school, because you can't show up to school if you're not 100%. You can, but you're not gonna take in the information as well, and you're not going to be there. So make sure that you're taking time for yourself and eating well. Big thing that I want to talk about is making sure that you're using a planner. I thought it was the greatest thing when I could write something down and then cross it off. I love that. I don't know about y'all, but I love that. I love planners, and like I decorate mine. I have stickers, and you can find them super cheap at Target, at Walmart, at Marshall's, Home Goods. All of those places have super cute planners, so I definitely recommend getting a planner. At my new student conference, they recommended like planning out every single second of your day. I am not that OCD. I do like to have a little bit of flexibility because things go wrong 100% of the time. You can count on something not going your way or not going as planned every single day. So I did not do that because that would stress me out. I'm gonna like redo all my schedule because one little thing's messed up. But I do recommend like saying, I'm gonna study this day for 2 hours, I'm gonna study the next day for 1 hour, and like what classes you're gonna study for, what you need to do for each class, because I found that really helpful. And again, just being able to cross it off my list, I felt like I accomplished something. Okay, on to number 6. I feel like not everyone is going to completely agree with this one, but for me, I did not get as homesick as I thought I would. I guess I've always been pretty independent. On my moving day, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna cry. Like, I'm not gonna cry. Like, I got this. Well, I didn't have it. I miss my family like a bunch, but the longer that you wait to see your family, I think the more beneficial it is, because it gives you the opportunity to kind of adjust and get used to your surroundings. If you're constantly going back home, you're not allowing your mind and your body to adjust and take in what's going on. You need a little bit of time for that, and that's okay. Everyone is gonna take more or less time, but I feel like you should take some time to just kind of be here, be at college, try to make friends, put yourself out there, try to find your new comfort here. That way you do feel a sense of comfort and home here as well. The 7th thing that I'm gonna talk about, not making friends my fall semester. I think that I went through like kind of a depressive state because I didn't have any friends, and I went from having like a good amount in high school and us all being super close on dance team to not having many. I, had like 3 or 4, and that was just like a big culture shock for me. I know not everyone's gonna have this either, but if you do go through this, or if you have gone through this, like it's really, really, really tough. Just know that if you do end up going through this, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I just really think that I didn't find my home my fall semester. So again, get involved if you can, and just try to find that comfort in that home. You're in your college town, but again, like I know it's not that easy for people just to go up to them and talk to them. And that was one thing that I kind of dealt with. Like, I'm a pretty outgoing person. I'll talk to anyone, but I came into this thinking that everyone was gonna be super friendly and the same way that I was, super outgoing, like howdy, welcome to A&M. No, it's not like that. You come to your new student conference and everyone's like, howdy, welcome to campus.
You're like, oh my god, like everyone's so nice.
No, it's not like that. It's not like that. Everyone walking around campus is in the same position that you are. They're tired from waking up early to go to class. They're not feeling good because they stayed up late and studying for their tests. Of course, try to talk to the people around you in class because that's going to be really beneficial as well. But it's not that easy to make friends. These friends that you're making, some of them are going to fall off the edge of the cliff. It's going to take a long time to build up these lifetime friendships, because in high school, yes, you had 4 years to get to know these people. You come to college and you're like, all right, I just want my best friend. It's not gonna happen that fast. And trust me, if you do not make friends your first semester of college, it's okay. It's completely okay. You still have plenty of time to make friends. And like my spring semester, I found fish camp. It took a little depressive state for me and going through it to find these people, but in the end, it's all worth it. So just try to keep that in mind, that friends aren't just gonna come to you like you're a rotting deer and they're vultures. They're not gonna swarm around you. You have to go out there and be vulnerable with yourself and do a whole bunch of other things to make it happen. Number, I don't know, is don't take 8 a.m.s. Just don't do it. Don't do it. You might think that you're gonna be used to waking up early for high school and you're gonna be in that spirit. No, you're not. You're not gonna go. You're gonna sleep in and you're not gonna do good. I actually learned this tip before I came to college, so I didn't take an 8 a.m. my fall or spring semester, but I'm taking an 8 a.m. right now during the summer just so I don't like waste my summer days away. And it sucks. I hate it. So don't do this to yourself. Just don't do it. I also don't know what number this is, but I wanted to say that you need to go to class. I go when I'm sick, I go when I don't feel good, I go when I don't want to, because it is so extremely important. I know a lot of professors upload their presentations onto eCampus, but not every professor does that. Going to class is so important. You soak in the material so much better. I promise you, going to class is so beneficial. Yeah, you can get the notes from the person that sits next to you because they're your pal, because you started the conversation. But it's not gonna be as beneficial as if you were to hear it in person. So I really, really recommend going to class. It's gonna help your grades so much. So go to class. And last but not least, I wanted to say that it's okay to have fun and let loose. College is all about experience and making friends and memories. So don't be afraid. I know that's so easy to say and so hard to do. What you put in is what you're gonna get out of this. So make sure that you go in with a good attitude, a good spirit, ready to work hard, ready to have fun, ready to make friends, and I promise you're gonna have a good time. All right, guys, I think that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Let me know if you have any other questions, comments, or concerns down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.